Welcome back to Lantern Letters. On a weekend full of noise, everyone seemed to be getting ready for something. Chairs were being unfolded, food was being carried in and out. Children ran past open doors. Somewhere down the street, somebody was already testing fireworks before the sky was even dark. But inside the noise, one little boy was listening for something smaller. He waited near the window, close enough to hear if anyone said his name. He could see the white fence, the gate, the stone path, the same path where he used to watch for the mail. But today, he was waiting for the phone. Across town, Malik told himself he was not waiting. He sat in the back seat with his phone in his hand and his sketchbook resting in his lap, doodling mindlessly. He looked out the window, then looked at his phone again. He told himself he was just riding to his grandmother's house, just going where everyone else was going, just another holiday weekend. But his hand kept finding the phone anyway. At the younger boy's house, people moved around him. Someone covered a dish. Someone laughed from the porch. Someone called out about paper plates. He stayed close to the counter, where the phone was waiting too. He did not ask every minute, but every minute he wanted to. When Malik arrived, family was already waiting for him. A cousin waved and called his name from the porch. Malik smiled and waved back as he closed the car door. As he stepped onto the front veranda, an auntie pulled him close. But even with family around him, his hand stayed close to the phone. Although he was glad to be there, part of him was listening for someone who wasn't. Some children wait where everyone can see it. The little boy stood near the window and watched the phone. Inside, time got quiet. Some children hide their waiting in their hands. Malik sat near the porch steps. He turned his screen over, responded to a text, then kept looking at the screen. Outside, the weekend kept moving. Then, the sound came. At the younger boy's house, the phone lit up. The room seemed to pause before anyone even answered. His eyes lifted first. Across town, Malik's phone lit up too. The cool glow touched his face. His pencil stopped moving. 2 boys, 2 places, 1 sound. For a moment, everything else got quiet. The waiting had found them both. Before the voice came, there was another sound. A recorded voice. A pause. A reminder that this call had to travel through walls before it could reach home. Then the voice was there. For the younger boy, it came warm and quick, and he leaned close before he even knew what to say. "Hi." And then the words rushed out. "Everybody's here. We got food outside. There's gonna be fireworks later. And I wanted to tell you." He smiled so hard it almost hurt. He tried to fit a whole weekend into a few minutes. For Malik, the voice came softer. "Yeah, I'm here," like it had to find its way through all the space between them. He stayed standing on the porch. He held the phone close. There was more he could have said. He could have said he brought his sketchbook. He could have said he still had the picture. He could have said he checked the phone too many times. But Malik was 12, and sometimes 12 sounds like, "I'm good." The little boy talked fast. Malik said less, but both of them listened hard, because sometimes a voice can fill the room and still not stay long enough. The younger boy's smile changed first. He heard the call getting smaller. He held the phone close, like holding it closer might hold the voice longer. Malik looked down at the ground. He did not cry. He did not ask for more time. He just listened until the last word was gone. Then the calls ended. At the younger boy's house, the phone went back on the counter. Outside, people were still laughing. But for a moment, the room felt quiet in a way only he could hear. Across town, Malik lowered his phone. He looked at the screen. Then he slipped it into his pocket like it was nothing. But it was not nothing. He opened his sketchbook. For a while, he did not draw. The calls were different, but the quiet after them felt almost the same. A voice can leave the room, but sometimes it leaves a little light behind. For the younger boy, maybe it was the sound of his name. For Malik, maybe it was one sentence he would not repeat out loud. Outside, the sky was dark, but then the first fireworks began to open in the distance. And two boys carried one voice with them into the night. For those waiting in the quiet, join our story at Lantern Letters. If you are waiting in the quiet, you are not alone. Subscribe to become part of our story and turn on the lantern so you never miss a letter.